Perudo is a game of chance and probability. It is recommended that you play this game using 3 or more players. Each player needs 5 die and a cup to begin. The cup is used to roll your die and conceal your roll from the other players. To begin the game, players must place the die in the cup, shake the cup, then flip it over, making sure the die are underneath the cup on the table. Each player then looks at their die by lifting the cup carefully so that others cannot see. The first player makes a bet according to the numbers they believe are shown on the die in play. When placing a bet, the last digit indicates the number shown on the die. The number made using all of the digits before the last digit indicate the number of die you are betting on that show that number. The lowest possible bet that you can make is 11. The highest possible bet that you can make is the total of die on the table followed by the number 6. For example, a bet of 32 means that you are betting that there are at least 3 die on the table that show the number 2. A bet of 156 means that you are betting that there are at least 15 die on the table that show the number 6. Players take turns placing bets, and each bet must be higher than the last. If a player calls Perudo, they are saying that the person who just made the last bet is bluffing. Perudo means I doubt in Spanish. When a player calls Perudo, all players must reveal their die. If a player calls Perudo on another player, and the player that placed the last bet is bluffing, the player who was bluffing loses a die and is the player to begin the betting in the next round. If a player calls Perudo on another player, and the player that placed the last bet was not bluffing, the player who called Perudo loses a dice and is the player to begin the betting in the next round. Once a player loses all of their die, they are eliminated from the game. The winner is the last person left at the end of the game with at least 1 dice in play.